Hidden Object Guru here with, at long last, House of Ashes, and I'm joined for this co-op experience by Supermassive Games' biggest fan.
Me, Marissa.
I thought you were going to jump in there sooner. I should have warned you I was going to do that. That was on me. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
sorry.
totally fine. So we've both now played the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to double as kind of a review as well as showing off the action. Oh, what a cute burb. Love that little guy. So, I guess I'm just going to interview for this part as Supermassive Games' biggest fan. What did you think of House of Ashes?
Well, right off the bat, I am absolutely in love with it.
Okay.
And I'm like the biggest Until Dawn fan, but this is like, might be better.
It could be better, right? You're going to have to play it a bunch more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to have to play it a bunch more before you can decide, but, I mean, my first instinct is, this might be better than Until Dawn. Like, we have discussed in the past whether Until Dawn is the best. And I think it probably still was until I played this game. Because it is... Oh my god. I was so surprised by how well the third-person camera works. Like, giving you the ability to look wherever you want, whenever you want. I think it's fantastic.
I'm kind of the opposite. I
Really?
don't like the free camera at all.
No. Oh, you wish they were still doing the fixed camera, cinematic angles?
Yeah, because it's like, then I know what I'm doing. With the whole free camera thing, it's like, I gotta figure out what I'm doing, and I don't have the brain power to do that.
Damn. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like it becomes more of an action-adventure game, or like a mystery-solving game when you're free to wander around on your own. Whereas with the fixed camera angles, you're right, it really does direct you for what you're supposed to do next with the free camera angles. But they did help you with that, because, you can confirm, given how much you've played all of them, the light for how far it gets, like how far the sparkling light gets away from the character. Like in Until Dawn and whatever, you have to get within like 5 feet of a sparkle before it lights up. In this, it lights up when you're like 20-30 feet away from it. It's much easier to find the secrets in this game. Like, this is the first time I found almost every secret my first time through a game.
I'm like the exact opposite. I found like no secrets.
No! So do you have any idea what's going on in the plot?
Yes, I think I do.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, I gotta say, how much were you surprised by the twist?
Well, very, but I did watch your prediction video and it was really spot on, so
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for it.
Okay. I was surprised by how close a lot of my predictions were. Like, it went really well. But yeah, finding out that I gotta say, like, you can ask Lady Guru about this later if you want. When I dragged her over to the screen to show when we got to the underground city, like the spaceship, I was so blown away by how gigantic that location is. It is the biggest location they've ever attempted, and I gotta say, it's one of the most impressive video game locations I can remember in recent memory.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And what I find funny is I remember like a couple months ago you were like, I wonder if there's just one bat monster, if there's more of them. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's 200,000 bat monsters, it turns out. Alright, I'm just killing somebody with a spear. Give me 1 second. So,
yeah, I just escaped the cell.
Nice. My question to you is, you told me you were going to play it on the hardest possible difficulty level. Did you do that?
Well, okay, I played on like the normal average mode.
Okay.
But halfway through, I was getting really tired because I was playing it in the middle of the night, and I
Yeah.
turned it, like, the settings to, like, every QTE is just one button and stuff like that, so I made it pretty easy in the middle.
So you played it the way I played.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because I didn't just make it so every QT is one button. I turned off the timeout. Like, I literally can't lose this game unless I choose to. I guess except on Heartbeat. You can still lose Heartbeats.
Yeah,
so...
I
Mm-hmm.
I guess I made it pretty fail-proof, except for the fact that I failed every single keep calm set.
No! Even with all the practicing you did?
Yeah, and there's only like, there's not that many.
No, there's not.
Where did you steal that from, Gautier?
There's actually a bunch of optional
Who did you
ones that you can
murder to
skip.
claim such a pretty thing?
Oh, well, I must have skipped a lot of them.
And you're unique among your
Yeah, you can, like, for example, when you're dragging Merwin through the caves, right, you can either go straight across the ruins, or you can go to the side, and if you go to the side, you do a hide. You can hide from Captain Dar instead of distracting him and do a Heartbeat there. Like, there's a bunch of optional ones that it's easy to miss.
All favor is owed to the son
Oh,
of Nara.
yeah, I killed Merwin right away because I didn't want to deal with him.
Jesus! You suffocated
You're
him?
lucky after all.
Yeah,
Good to hear.
Oh my god, okay.
All before us.
I
I didn't want to deal with any of that.
expecting
Maybe
you to be so
later.
bloodthirsty.
Mercy.
How many characters did you end the game with?
By no surprise, I killed only Nick from a Don't Move, not Don't Move, that's Until Dawn, the Stay Calm segment.
You can call it Don't Move. It's not like they copyrighted the term Stay Calm. But yes, the Stay Calm. You got him killed during the part where he's planting bombs and you failed to stay calm?
Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask you, I've always succeeded in that, and after you do that, you have a final fight with the vampire. Did you get to have a final fight with the vampire?
No. Nick dies,
Right.
and then they just detonate the explosives right away, and the vampire just, like, burns.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's fun, because you know what, earlier in the game, when Jason and Nick find the stake, if Jason doesn't take it, Nick can take the stake, and he can use that to kill the vampire in the last scene. In his, like, last showdown with the vampire. It's pretty neat. So you
I
didn't
can't wait to explore all the different things.
I know. Oh, there's so much. And I'm not going to spoil it all for you, but I lost, like, Eric and Rachel.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad. Eric got killed by Clarice, who I tried to save, which I should not have done. What happened to Clarice in your playthrough?
I brought her all the way up. Like, I helped her across the thingy
Yeah.
and whatever. I got her, like, in the room, but then when she started to really transform, I made Jason shoot her in the head.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. Because, by the way, if you let her live, and again, I'm not going to spoil all of the twists, but if you let her live, she kills both Eric and Captain Dar.
Holy.
She's not messing around. Yeah, she is profoundly not messing around. Yeah, did you catch the Curator at all?
I don't think so. I wasn't really big. I was so tired. Like,
You weren't looking for those. He's hard to find. Like, my first playthrough, I only saw him once, and then I had to, like, I just did that thing where you go back and you watch all of the scenes you know he should be in, and I did manage to find all but one of him. Like, that whole thing where Nick's planting the bombs, I can't find hide nor hair of him there. You know, he's got to be there some way, because Nick can die somewhere, because Nick can die two different ways. But I just didn't see him. God, I love the Eclipse. The Eclipse is bookending the game.
oh,
It's
so good.
much. It's so much fun. Yeah. Okay. Character tier. Go.
Okay, favorite?
Yeah.
Salim. Hands
Obviously.
down, easy.
No question,
Love him.
right?
I'm obsessed. Uh-huh.
You see why I put
I
him up there with Mike, right?
Yeah. He's definitely on par with Mike.
Yeah. He might not be
No
better because he
question.
doesn't have a pupper, but he's amazing.
He doesn't have a pupper and he doesn't get his fingers cut off, so that docks him some points.
Nice.
Get me
But
started.
the rest of the tier.
Okay, number 2, I don't know. I really like Jason and Nick very similarly.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I loved Nick. Like,
Yeah.
he's great, adorable. I love him. He's so sweet to Salim.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know. I really didn't like Jason, you know, because Jason's Jason.
Yeah.
But him, like, hanging out with Salim,
The second half of the game.
relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the second half of the game, when the two of them become best friends, Like,
It's so cute.
it's my favorite relationship in a Supermassive game. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I was expecting the Salim relationship to happen with like Nick, not
Yeah,
Jason.
right? But it ends up happening, and I think that's a smart Like, I really think that's a smart choice from them narratively to, like, yeah, the Marine who's the worst, he's the one who has to spend half the game hanging out with Celine. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's such great drama, and it plays so well. No, I love the two of them together. They're so cute, and I mean, I don't cry at video games, but that scene at the end, when Nick's like, let's get out of here, and Jason's like, no, we don't leave people behind. And he goes to rescue Salim. Oh my god. That made me
so good.
It made me so happy. I love these guys now. Oh, did you call for air? Oh no, you didn't. You couldn't have called for air support because you didn't have Merwin with you.
No, in the beginning, I made it so air support they didn't come with us. So even if we called them, they wouldn't have been able to hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, they would be able to hear it. It's just they would have been like hours and hours away or something. The genius of the air support is that they were only 5 minutes away. But yeah, so at the end, I guess your Salim got to go home.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I didn't get to, because I had called for air support, they just all get on the helicopter. Do you get to see Salim with his son?
No, he just like walks away into the desert. It's really sad.
That's so sad. Then again, we know,
I
he
know, I
doesn't
wanted
live
to
that
see
far.
Zane.
Well, okay, are you ready for my prediction?
Yes.
I think we're gonna see Zane. I think whatever they're doing for game 5 or 6 with Irish mythology, I think Zane's gonna be one of the characters. Because they've said they're working on something with Irish mythology, and Zane is going to England to study mythology, and in his wall, on a poster in his room, is a picture of on the wall in his room is a poster of all of the mysterious cryptids in England.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're setting up Zane to be like an actual character in the series later.
Yeah, and after seeing the whole honeymoon scene, it's not past Supermassive Games to do a big callback like that.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, I love the honeymoon scene. See, I didn't see it in my first playthrough. I didn't see it in my playthrough because Eric died. But now that I saw the you just see the lust scene if you don't if Eric dies. It sucks.
Crap.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. Yeah, 100% the accident was Rachel's fault. He was just being nice when they talk about it. It was 100% her fault.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna fail this. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll try. Come on.
Dang it.
Yeah, you failed it.
I can't do them. I don't know why.
You just can't.
It's fine though.
Good to see I'm stuck with Gutium's bravest.
It's just a rat.
It's just a rat. So the rest of your character tier. So you're like, it's Salim, Jason, because Jason's a little better than Nick in the second half of the game. Was a lot better than in the second half of the game, but he starts out a lot worse. But what about your last two, Rachel and Eric?
Eric is 4, Rachel is 5.
Yeah, Rachel's kind of the worst, right?
She's kind of boring.
I know, like
she doesn't do much.
All of the promotion for the game, you think you're going to be the main character, but like, no, it's a story about Jason and Salim. You just don't know it until you're halfway through the game.
It's like the only cool thing with her is if she gets infected with the parasite, and there's the cool thing down in the temple.
Oh, I love that scene. Oh my god. I didn't get to do the saving her the first time because Eric was dead, so we didn't have the UV wand.
Oh.
Yeah. So she just got shot in the head. It was a real downer.
Really shouldn't kill Eric then.
Oh no. Yeah, you got to keep Eric alive or you don't get that awesome scene with the parasite. And it's a secret because you can pick up the parasite and look at it for one of the secrets. But yeah, like mine is a little different. Mine is of course Salim, obviously. Jason, Eric, Nick, Rachel, and I only put Eric above Nick because how shall I put this? I have so much sympathy for Eric, literally because everyone keeps crapping all over his work. I'm like, he did nothing wrong. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, my point is, it's like, the satellite's job was to find underground bases. And he found an underground base. It's not his fault Saddam didn't have any chemical weapons. Like, he keeps like, I'll go back and I'll change the algorithm. You don't have to change anything. The satellite worked perfectly. You just didn't find what you were expecting to find. Like, dude, go easy on yourself, Eric. And everyone's so hard on him at the same time. And also,
yeah, and he's
You
please.
first.
yeah.
Please
I
continue, then I'll
feel
say my
like
other thing.
You
and like everyone's so rude to him. Like I feel he's very justified in being mad at Rachel for
Oh, yeah.
the accident and stuff, and everyone's like, and he's like
What is
really,
this that's
in mine
going
at least, he was very apologetic to her.
Yeah.
But she was just like really rude to him.
I know, she
You are
is.
Guardians fought hard
And
to
it's like,
stand out.
I didn't, they thought there's going to be this love triangle, and I'm like, I'm not interested in Rachel and Nick's relationship at
How do we
all.
get out of here alive?
Like Nick can do way better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Enemy of my enemy.
And it's like, and the thing is, it's like, she's so, like, massively unprofessional, right? And it's like, he's only clinging to her because he's PTSDing incredibly hard,
Always
and he's in this ridiculous macho culture where he can't be vulnerable and talk about how messed up he is, and she's the only person he can do that with, and she's only with him because she's pissed at her husband. You know? Like,
Yeah.
it's not a
Like-
healthy relationship, and it doesn't have a future.
Yeah, Nick and Eric need to both.
Yeah. They
Get
both need to
new
find better
people.
women. Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Over here.
All right, let's see which of us survives longer. It's going to be based on how good
It's
we
gonna
do
be
with QTs. You think it's going to be me? Okay.
I'm really good at QTEs though, actually. Like,
Yeah, so that's the
I'm
thing.
not gonna brag.
All right, so it might be you.
But if we have to stay calm, I'm screwed.
No, we're not staying calm. Don't worry. Oh, God, this plays so much faster. Right? This plays so much faster when you're doing it co-op. Because we don't
Yeah,
have to
'cause you
play
don't have to
everything
do it.
twice. Yeah.
Some of the scenes. Yeah.
No!
Let's
Right?
go.
Oh, you made it out the door first. Nice work. All right.
There's no time. It's on us.
Oh, I love these guys. I am curious as to how whoever you don't save here,
There's
like,
no escape.
how he got
Only
down into
hope
the
is
spaceship.
to stand together. No.
Like, did
yeah,
they?
that is
Did the
interesting.
bats drag him down to the
Ready your
spaceship?
sword.
Weird thing for them to do. No, I'm not going to betray you. And then she
Oh, I'm
stabs me in
fighting
the
too.
back. Okay, good. All right, let's do it. Do one that
Yeah.
you can betray. All right, here he comes. All right, Bat Monster, let's do this. Okay. Did you get a lot of graphical glitches when you played?
Yeah, I had quite a few.
Yeah, like literally, it's almost as if every time there was a cutscene, guns were just teleporting around or floating in midair. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, and like after I killed Nick, the cutscenes kept on showing him still there.
Yeah, there's
I was
been
like,
a lot of
he's
stuff
dead.
like that for me too. Oh, wow, we both
Yeah, it-
survived.
Dang, look at us.
So yeah, how do they decide who the vampire is? Oh no!
Did they kill you?
They tackled me, but who knows who died?
Oh,
I'm just gonna.
the song.
Yeah, I'll leave it on. Just means I can't monetize the video.
No, we can skip it.
All right. Thank you. I love the song so much.
Me too. I have it on my playlist. I listen to it like all the time.
So, slight I mean, how did you feel about the amount of Curator in this?
Yeah, I
felt
didn't
like there
get
wasn't enough.
as much Curator as I wanted.
Yeah, like, there's so much of him in Little Hope. Like, he's always dropping by with more of his name-dropping and pretentious quotes. And he doesn't do any pretentious quotes this time. And he doesn't name-drop any of the famous people he's met when they died. Like, those are the two things I expect
in
from
Little
him.
Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Little Hope they have nothing better to do but to go to the Curator. So.
Okay, that's true. Also, I liked initially the idea that he's got a candelabra with 5 lights on it and one will go out as each person dies. But then, like, that doesn't actually happen.
Really?
I got Rachel killed. So I had all 5 people alive in my second playthrough. Then Rachel killed herself because she was infected and I didn't have a chance to save her. Like, she just immediately blew herself up. And I'm like, thanks, Rachel. I got the UV wand right here and you're blowing yourself up immediately. Thanks. But then when we got to the end sequence, all 5 candles were still lit.
Weird, because when I killed Nick, his candle went out, so it worked for me.
Oh, that's you don't know, and it did with when in my first playthrough it did with Eric as well. But then in the last segment it didn't work. Did you notice that on the shelf there's room for 2 more books now?
Mm-hmm. It's so cool.
So the Curator can turn into a raven? That's new information. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, if you watch this cutscene again, it just happened. So he's talking at the desk, it pans over to the right, a raven flies to the right, and then when it continues panning right, he's already at the bookcase.
Huh.
He can turn into a raven, and so that's why the ravens are so important, and that's why the ravens represent bearings now.
What a cool guy. I love the Curator.
He's my favorite, yeah. Like, character tier, like, he's right up there with Mike. And Salim. He's so adorable.
I know, I love him.
Oh. Do you have the... Oh, wait, have you played this series on PC before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I was just weird, because I've played both of the previous games on PC, but the carburetor and the doll aren't on his table. You know that whole thing where the evidence of the previous games you played is supposed to be there? They're just not there. So I think we're both going to have to play it on PS5 as well.
2003, the best year.
Nice. We're going to both, when our collector's editions arrive, right, and we have the model and everything, we're going to have to load it up on PS5 and see if the statues are there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eric. Yeah. So, okay, now this is where I'm going to get into my ridiculous nitpickery. If Jason only joined the Marines a year and a half ago, how is he already a lieutenant in the Special Forces? Like, how is that possible?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I don't notice, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, Clarice. We love you, Clarice. I wish there was more Clarice.
Yeah, Clarice is like the better Taylor.
Well, she is. And it's so funny that in the previous game, Taylor is the one who mentions vampires, and in this game, Taylor turns into a vampire. That's nice. Okay.
My assistant, Clarice Stokes.
Dr. Clarice Stokes.
Yeah.
Go check.
I do like that if you're playing... Oh, you're going to see now, because you're playing player 2. You can decide to have Rachel wear her wedding ring if you want.
Oh.
Yeah, if you go to the drawer of the desk, you can open it up, and her wedding ring's in there, and you can decide to put it on or not. Yeah. So you can... You know how Rachel is, like, just terrible to Eric when you're playing the single-player mode the whole time? You can, if you're playing as the Rachel part, you can have her be much nicer.
These games are so cool with all the
There's
options.
so much to them. There's so much depth. Like, they're not long games, but there's so much, so many changes, so much you can do. Again, I've played all of the major companies making interactive movies. I've played games from all of them. And I think it's safe to say Supermassive's doing the best job.
Mm-hmm. Easily. It's like the replay value on these games is so good. And they're like half the price of a normal big game.
Yeah. Well, and I think the genius is, like, there's so little replay value in a David Cage game, because you get to the end of it, and then you're like, do I really want to sit down and do another 20 hours just to see how this could play differently? Whereas these things, they're the perfect length to want to jump in and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. And I just feel like horror is such a great genre for interactive movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's perfect.
It is. Oh my god. So, alright. Now I'm gonna get real nerdy. I have a question for you. Did you get the Star Trek reference?
Yeah. Gotta go get prepped.
No, I know nothing about Star
Okay.
Trek.
All right. It was stupid of me to ask. Anyway, there's this movie called The Wrath of Khan.
So what's his malfunction?
And in it, they go to Ceti
That
Alpha
game's been on
5.
shelf lately.
And Ceti Alpha 5, the one creature living on Ceti Alpha 5, are parasites that get in your ear and, like, control your body and then, you know, eventually kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And the aliens in this game are from Cetus. So they're probably from Ceti Alpha 5. And the parasites are a reference to Star Trek.
Nah, I'm all good.
Oh, I got the wedding ring.
You did! See, there you go. Oh, poor Joey.
Should I wear it?
This must be the one
Go for it, why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it. It's
Yeah.
not gonna matter anyway, because...
No, it's not. We're not playing the whole game.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, like, I mean, I found, and the thing is, it's one of these things where it's like, and maybe this is me being overly invested in the characters, but I actually don't want to go back and play a version of it where Salim and Jason don't become best friends. Because you can do that if you want to. You can make them be jerks to each other the whole time and keep screwing each other over, right?
Yeah.
But
We know each other.
why would you want to do that when it's so well written and so well acted?
Sir?
Can you make Salim shoot Jason in the very beginning?
Nope.
Okay. I was just
If
wondering.
Eric's in that scene, well, no, I've never tried. You mean, oh, well,
Yeah,
we're
because
about
if he
to get
shoots
there.
the guy
Right.
and Salim watches, will
Yeah.
Salim shoot him?
Well, you're going to be playing Salim. Why don't we play through to that point, and then we'll find out.
And to see if it gives me the option to shoot him?
Sure.
Oh no, it does. I've played the
Sure.
Curator's cut.
Right,
You
you
have
never
an
said.
aiming
Oh.
option.
We've been
Yeah.
working
So you
hard
want me to
this
kill
last year.
Jason?
Well, I want you to. You can't kill Jason, but I want to find out
So
what
she's the
happens if
queen
you
bitch
try.
now.
Like
Okay,
maybe
okay.
you'll just
Gone up a
start
little.
and you'll miss, and
For
Jason will
those.
dive for cover.
We like to think
I'm sure
of it
that's
as
going to affect their relationship
permanent
later.
endearment.
But it's like, Jason is the character who goes through the biggest change over the course of the game.
And I know, and those are always my favorite. Like, Mike, he's the worst in the beginning of Until Dawn, but by the end, you just love him. And same with
Complete
Jason.
transformation. Whereas Salim's, he's great right
This
from
is
the
king.
start. Like, you just love
know.
Salim right from the first time you meet him.
Eric.
But Jason, it's like he grows on. Who would have
Looking
thought?
good, Rachel.
Did you notice that when she's walking up on the screen behind her is the eclipse that's going to happen tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
you were right about the day this game takes place.
I know.
Who'd
I
have
was so
thought?
proud of that. Yeah.
Lieutenant Colonel, huh? Looks like
Dang.
all that work finally paid off.
It's like, I gotta stop watching your videos. There's spoilers at this point.
I know, right?
I should have warned you I was moving the briefing forward.
It's nice
That's
that the state trooper from
Things escalated,
Little
I
Hope
had
got
to move
upgraded
fast.
to a.
I have a
Lead
duty
role
to
this
my
time.
team to stay ahead of the curve.
I understand.
Yeah,
Rachel,
I don't
but
know. I
sometimes
like
giving
that
her
they.
orders.
I used to hate how they use models, but now I kind of like it
It
because they like
grows on you, right?
explained.
Officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it grows on you. You just get used to, and you're fun, and you get fond of seeing the characters
I'm
show
sorry.
up over
It's like,
and over
oh, hey,
again.
look,
Somehow
it's-
I doubt that very much.
Yeah,
You know,
it's Daniel
blah,
again.
blah, blah from other game.
Yeah,
He's from South
it's
Texas.
Joe, because Jason is the guy from the start of Man of Medan.
Mhm.
I don't remember which character, like I don't remember which is which, but he's one of the guys from the start of Man of Medan, and the other one's Daniel.
I think
who's
he's-
Joey in this.
He's Joe.
Yeah, he's Joe. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and then he's not really in Little Hope, is he?
I'll patch you through.
No, he's not in Little
Yeah,
Hope.
he's not. I don't
I
think
don't-
he is.
No, he's not. I don't
You can call
think
the
he
police.
is. No. I love that Captain Dar is John from Little Hope.
Dr. Stokes, please prepare the presentation.
Like, it took me a
That's
minute
the only
to
one that's a
recognize.
little weird for me.
You
Mhm.
found something?
Well, they changed his face so much, but it's still like recognizably the same guy.
Mhm.
I thought it was a cool feature. But yeah, poor Joey this time. Oh my god.
Oh,
He-
Joey.
He didn't
I
even
love
want
the
to be
supporting
there.
cast.
Modern art or something.
They're all great.
This is footage
Like,
from the
they're-
Yeah,
this
like,
is
I
Biggest
biggest
care
supporting
about these
cast.
people.
And you get invested in all of them.
It's a thermal
Even
satellite
Merwin,
system
who's
that I
just
personally
such a
pioneered.
jerk to everyone all the time.
Oh, well, I'm impressed.
I know.
Please.
I love the beginning with all the mom
You
jokes.
behave like
Oh,
this in
God.
all your briefings, Corporal?
And that is a reference to,
Boys are just eager to catch a break.
you know,
sir.
why am I keep, I'm
No
like,
harm meant.
you know what I should ask her about? Movies
well.
that came out 20 years before
Satellite
she was
sweeps
born.
of the war zone have uncovered
That's
what
gonna
appears
go
to be an
well. It's
underground
a reference
Yeah.
to Predator.
facility.
That's a reference to the
This
movie
will, of course,
Predator.
require
Oh, I
Whoever
know
sees it.
Predator.
investigation, but I
Okay, well, I
strongly
didn't know.
suspect where Saddam's chemical
But anyway, at the
weapons
start of
are-
Predator, there's a helicopter scene where, you know, there's dirty jokes going back and forth.
CENTCOM has given the green light to raid the
And that's what that's
Yeah,
a
and I
call out
love
to.
all
weapons on site.
like the trashy music they're playing in the beginning too.
I
It's like, oh yeah, I
know.
hate these people so much. I'm so excited to get
See what
invested.
happens, and then we all go
right out there
wasted.
in their helos.
But yeah, like
And like,
it's such a
When I play
satisfying.
this-
Oh, sorry, you go first.
oh, it's fine. It's like when I play this game, I feel terrible, you know, as like the Americans in this situation.
I know.
And it's like they like say stuff. I'm just like, ooh, no, don't say that.
I'm not with you on this one, guys. But the thing is, it's like it's such a good job in the script because they're believably presenting what America was like in 2003,
Make no
Mhm.
mistake.
right? And they have
I
Salim
take it we're
like
getting
be
there.
so like, and again, Salim can be a jerk too if you want him to be, but they give him the option to be like so understanding that because he's a smart enough guy to know that like his commanding officers lied to him plenty, and he knows that all these soldiers have just been lied to, and that's why they're there.
What's your goal?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he does not necessarily hate
small.
them.
If it goes south, I'll pull the plug and we can bug out.
It's just so great. I love this game with all my heart.
Yeah, it's so good. Like it really is, and I have now played it. I mean, I'm gonna be just honest. I played it 3 times.
The site is in the Zagros
Mhm.
area, so
That's a good
and
amount.
I've played it 3 times, and I'm completely happy with like it every single time. Like I haven't had a disappointing turn. I mean, I'm sad when various characters die, obviously, but it's like the game itself has been just fantastic every time. No matter how hard I pushed in one direction or another, it's still got a satisfying arc. That said, I haven't done a playthrough where I make everyone hate each other. Because why would you?
Yeah, this game is just paced so good. You're always in the action. You're always doing something.
Oh yeah.
It always had my attention.
Well, there's never, and that's the thing. This
stop the
location and this location and the way they handle it,
This don't feel
you never feel like there's you never feel like you're safe for a moment. You know,
Mhm.
there's so much downtime in Man of Medan. There's so much downtime in what do you call it? Little Hope?
that's what you get from
Because in
playing
both of
video
those
games, Eric.
things, your characters are just kind of wandering around trying to figure out what to do. Here, in every scene, every character has like a very clear motivation that they need to accomplish in every scene.
You can have some alone.
Yeah,
Like-
and I was really worried that the game was just going to be them running around, you know, in the cave system or whatever.
Yeah.
But then in the third act, they bring you to the awesome alien thing. And it's just so good. Like, oh my goodness.
The Alien City is the most impressive location they've ever featured.
It's
Right?
so cool. Like, oh my
And it
god.
looks
My jaw
amazing.
dropped.
Yeah.
It was so fantastic.
Yeah.
Please,
So,
finish.
here's my theory. I'm going to put this in a
Mhm.
video later,
Not a day
but here's my theory.
went by when you weren't on my mind.
I think
When I didn't want you by my side.
only it's obvious that
I've missed
the
you so much,
crew
Rach.
got infected, the
This
crew of the
isn't
spaceship
embarrassing.
got infected during the
I
flood.
just want things to
We
go
know
back
that
the way
because
they
you
were.
can find a body where like 2 bat creatures
you
killed
like it?
each other fighting, one of them
Things weren't
infected,
so
one of
great
them not
between us.
infected, right?
We've been through worse.
And you can
Yes.
find their skeletons still wrapped together from when they killed each other. And my theory is that like the giant piles
Nothing has
of them,
changed,
like the
Eric.
ones that tower up to the
You know that.
sky,
You and
those are
There is no you
the
and I.
bat
It's
monsters that were hibernating for the journey,
Don't say that.
right? And I think there's a good chance that those bat
Still wearing
monsters,
your wedding ring.
who we never see activate, I think they might be fine.
Hey,
I think there's a good chance that,
Oh,
like,
shit,
when you blow up
sorry.
that ship, you're
Done that
blowing up,
box of
like,
tricks anyway.
hundreds of thousands of in no way infected or evil
Fuck
bat
is that?
monsters, and you just don't realize it.
ultraviolet light. We use it to sweep for
Interesting.
explosives.
Yeah,
Let me have it.
because there's
No.
clearly two different kinds
How
of
much longer for that
hibernation.
download, Clarice? I need
There's the
it ASAP.
hibernation where they all
5
arrange
minutes,
themselves in the
ASAP enough for
towers,
you?
and then there's the guys who are just like, well,
Loading
we
this
ate a
up.
bunch of people and we came back
Yeah,
down,
I'll check this
and
out
now
right
I'm just
now.
standing wherever and
Greatest
hibernating.
bandwidth.
And I feel like the guys standing wherever,
Design this
and there's a
thing.
lot of them, are all the vampires.
Huh?
But I think the guys arranged in the towers are just the colonists who got put into hypersleep 20 million years ago and have no idea any of this is happening.
Yeah, I hear you.
Man,
I know.
you always got those theories.
It makes me weirdly frustrated that Eric's chain is only around his neck in scenes where they require the chain to be around his neck.
Yeah.
That frustrates me a little. I'm like, it should be there all
I
the
tried
time.
I tried to ignore that kind of stuff because the game is just coming out and
I know.
they're gonna make bug fixes and stuff. So
That's true. Oh, whoops. Right. What's neat here, again, I love that the eclipse is there. It's not an accurate depiction of the actual eclipse that happened on that day, but that's not at all how the eclipse moved, but you know what? We're going to give them that one. Let me go find
This
the
is so
newspaper.
cute.
What are you looking at?
I'm like in this cutscene talking, and I can see you like
Walking around in the
awkwardly
background.
moving in the background.
Yeah, that is always pretty funny. All right, there's the newspaper. I'm going to find the serial killer article.
Walk so unnaturally.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my goodness.
Manny
And like
Sherman.
the clues for the next game?
Yeah.
Dude, you might have done it again with the perfect theory.
Yeah, I know, right? He full on just says it. Like,
Yeah.
and I kind of love how he's not being coy anymore, because he was coy the last two times, right? But now, this time they're just like, well, we're going to show them a trailer the minute he finishes talking. So why are we being coy about what the game's about? Yeah, the walking looks pretty awkward. I'm looking at what you're doing now with this awkward sidestep over and over again. Oh, man. Saddam Hussein.
You think we'll bag Chemical Ali at this facility?
They really outdid themselves with this. Like, if you can play this and be like, this isn't as good as Until Dawn, you're like actually crazy.
Well, you know,
Oh,
I'd
100%.
still rather be sitting
It's
there.
as good, if not better, than
Sir, I've
Until
heard some
Dawn.
fucked up stories
And
about before.
that's saying something.
Oh, it's
You sure you don't want air support?
leagues
There's a chance we'll
above Until Dawn in like every
We have
aspect.
the element of surprise
Yeah.
on our side.
Like,
Not allow
it's
anything to
so
jeopardize
good.
They have grown, like, they've just grown so
Can you
much
take a
as
step back and think about this
designers.
for me?
Like,
Mhm.
I mean,
I've made
setting
my
aside the storytelling, which is like their best storytelling, just as
wanna help me,
designers,
Lance
about
Corporal?
building a game world, about coming up with these
parents owned the
amazing
horse named
locations and these fantastic set
He
pieces,
ran away.
it's the most advanced
the
thing they've ever
problem.
done, to the point where I'm
Telling we're
like,
gonna
how are they going to top this with Murder Hotel, the game?
I wish I shared your optimism, Colonel.
Architects of Murder.
Architects of Murder. The devil in me. So yeah, we got the Manny Sherman reference. Did you see the book about serial killers in her office?
I don't think so, actually.
Yeah, in the scene you just did, if you had looked at the box beside her desk, there was a thing about there was a book about serial killers there. So they're really laying in the serial killer stuff. I haven't seen anything I would consider to be a clue about a later game in the series, other than the poster on Zane's wall. So yeah, take a closer look at the poster on Zane's wall when you get there.
Got it.
Yeah, see what you think. Because you're going to be playing as Salim, I think.
Oh, I love Salim.
Yeah, Salim's the best. So yeah, it is fair to say that you are 100% satisfied with the game.
Oh, yeah, I would recommend this to literally
We
anybody.
need to be mobile.
And I think Supermassive Games should be having people spend more money on their games.
Yeah.
Like, they should sell these for
You want me to feel
AAA prices. Because they're that
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see that point. At the same time, I think all games should be under $40.
good.
I think...
Well, if you can sell games...
Yeah.
About you.
I should
No, it's
fucking
fine, it's fine.
I know, I'm just thinking that it's like... I've always thought game prices were way too inflated, compared to all other forms of media. They're prohibitively expensive.
You seem pretty
And they
confident.
always say, oh, well, it's because we spend so much money making the games. But then you play something like
Sure, I'll manage.
House of Ashes, and you're like, these guys are putting out a game a year,
Climbing gear.
and they're managing to do this incredible production, and they still are charging a budget price for it. It's insane. Like, they're out there.
It's like...
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
here's a call. Well, my point is, like, I don't want it to be more expensive. It's like, if you can sell new anime fighting game for 60 USD, then why can't this also be sold for the same price?
Okay, you
'Cause it's
are
just
right
as
about that.
good.
Friend. It would be. I both don't want it to cost more, and I want Supermassive games to be more successful.
Mhm.
You're talking
Yeah.
about this
Although I gotta say, like, Namco is really pushing this game.
nice guy.
Like, they made it the focus of 2 of their, like, fan direct
What do
things.
you think of him?
Like, they're pushing the hell out of this. They seem to think this is going to be the game that is going to turn the Dark Picture series into, like, a mainstream big success rather than a niche thing.
And I think it should. It's that good.
It is that good. It really is that good.
Oh my god, you gonna be Jason? Haha,
I'm
loser.
Jason and
I'm
you're
gonna be
Celine?
Celine.
Yeah.
Oh, my baby. I love him.
He really is
How'd you like
fantastic.
Dynamite, Dover?
I know. I wish, I don't know. The only thing we know about him is like his son and stuff. And the only thing we know about his wife is that she left. And it's like,
Yeah.
tell me more. I want to know more about my boy.
Coming in fast.
I know.
Hey, Mark,
Salim
It's like,
spin-off when?
who the heck would leave Salim? Like, seriously?
No, it's insane. Ooh,
go swallow Marines.
he's the
Okay,
best.
I'm gonna go look at the poster.
Yeah, go look at the poster.
Oh my
Your mama's so nasty. I called her for phone
The picture of him and his son is kind of creepy, though.
Yeah. Also,
Oh, damn.
they got the size wrong because the picture of him and his son is a normal like normal photograph, normal snapshot size. But then like he's folded the wife down. But if you unfolded that, like, how do you have a photograph that's that wide? Like, it should be smaller to start with than a normal photo, and then you see the folded up part is the mother. And this is me being a ridiculous pedant. I know that. Like, I know that I'm the one with the problem here, okay?
Sergeant K, I need you to establish contact with the
Oh, dang.
on 4-hour intervals.
I didn't get to look at the poster.
What?
Sergeant K,
I looked at the photo, and then I went to his bedroom, and then instantly started the phone call with the neighbor. It
Oh,
didn't let me go in his
dang.
room.
Oh, no. Maybe I'm playing too fast? That can't be it. Okay.
Nah, whatever. I'll do it
Oh,
next time I
Jason.
play the game. It'll happen.
Okay. Oh, Jason. And it's like,
what's going on in there?
you feel like Jason has to be the worst because he's wearing his iconic Remember 9/11 hat.
Tell me
And then
what's
it's
up.
like he actually has Salim talk about it. Like, they actually talk about his hat. And you get that wonderful,
Nicky-ish
right?
girl?
And you get that wonderful scene where first he talks about how it's like he joined up, to avenge the dead, and that's the only reason you get all of the bravado from him when they start talking about the hat. And then later he opens up and he gets vulnerable, like, oh
You gotta get on
damn,
that with the colonel around
you're just
here.
hopeless, and that's why you became a guy in the military. It's so tragic. I love it. Like, we learn so much about Jason.
What's that? Some kind of Boy Scout
I just... see, the reason I hate A Little Hope was because none of the characters were real, and I didn't care about any of them. But this
Yeah.
game is the exact opposite. I care so much about every single one of these guys.
Yeah,
thing?
all
Maybe
of
with
them.
one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
They say to never
Even,
go back when
like,
you're disembarking the helo.
Like, Clarice and stuff. I care about her, even though she's
I
not
know.
even
It's
playable.
gotta be about the
No, you
stupidest
never get to
thing
play
I
as her,
ever
and she's
heard.
only got like, she's in the helicopter. She's in the helicopter scene,
But as I
and then
see
you
it,
get all of her with Rachel. And that's pretty much it for the character. But you get invested because she's just like, she's just a doctor who's here because she's an expert on biological weapons, and she is completely overmatched. And it's like, she's here trying to keep people from getting killed by VX gas, and look at what happens to her. That poor woman. All right. I do love and again, this is kind of hilarious, the scene where they're landing outside the village, and they're like, should we sneak up or raid the place? And I'm like, you just landed a helicopter 100 meters away from the village. They know you're here. It is impossible that they could not know you're here. It's a helicopter. Oh,
Aw.
Joey.
I don't get to
Hey.
listen to all the crappy music and hear all the mom jokes.
No, you stick with Celine because you're playing shared story. It's great.
Maybe I'm not so lucky. Just kidding. I get to be Salim.
Did you notice that the drug dealers, the drug farmers, have the drug farmers have the House of Ashes logo on their sweaters?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they do. They're these like wave patterns, but at the top of each wave is a little black angled triangle thing that looks just like the compass from House of Ashes. Yeah, so they did put in a couple of clues. Oh,
Yeah, they
look.
did. I
I
found
saw
quite a
Rachel
bit of
and
references.
she had the wedding ring on. That's great. Oh yeah, there's,
Oh, yeah, I
there's a
did that.
decent amount of references.
Yeah, like my favorite is when Rachel says she met Eric in climbing class,
Yeah.
which is a reference to Chris calling Jim climbing class in Until Dawn.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
How would I have known that?
That's like one of the
amazing.
most iconic Chris lines, is him calling Jim climbing class.
Wow, you're right.
And then Josh is like, "You mean Jim?"
Right, I forgot about that. Damn, amazing. All right, would you just like tweet me a note of that so I can include it in my video?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Merci. And then I'll have to go back to my Until Dawn playthrough and find the footage.
It's
Which shouldn't be too hard. It's in their first conversation, right? I assume. Or like
yeah,
when
it's
they're
right
just
after
inside.
he goes into the garage.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Falls on the floor.
Floor in the garage. I do like that I can ask you when anything happened in Until Dawn, and you can just immediately tell me exactly when it was.
I have an unhealthy amount of hours on Until Dawn, okay?
We're not even going to tell people how long you've played that game for.
Captives?
Oh, man.
Located an entrance to
And
another
yeah,
main
like
silo.
the other good reference was obviously them going to the restaurant outside
Yes.
of Little Hope, you know?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
mean?
Iconic.
Yep.
Colonel, I don't think these men are hostile.
Hmm.
I'm starting to think
Hello,
they're
Clarice.
just
Yep.
Sure. Couldn't it be a cover?
You may be right. If these are civilians,
Why would
This
they
is
have
weird. I'm
women
just, like,
with them?
spying on everybody.
I know, it's cool, right? I'm playing this and having a conversation, and you're scouting and getting ready to murder us.
Yes.
You think?
It's pretty badass. You get to decide whether you want to blow up the helicopter or not. So Celine does not have to blow
Are
up
they
the
ready for
helicopter.
questioning?
Yeah, just don't ask them any tough
Is that a hint for me not to blow
No,
up the
it's up to you.
helicopter?
Oh no, it gets blown up no matter what. I'm just saying you can decide
Oh,
whether
okay.
Celine blows up a helicopter.
I
How
don't know
into the
about you
war
guys,
Celine
but
is.
Something doesn't feel right about this place.
Oh yeah? So is that this
Oh,
women's
Merwin
intuition
and
I keep hearing
Clarice. And of course, Clarice
Hey,
is a
wanna find out what
reference
happens
to
when we piss it
the
off?
serial killer thing we're doing next as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah, because that's the main name of the main character from Silence of the Lambs. So it's another
Ah.
little serial killer nod. Her last name is Stokes, which is, of course, a reference to Bram Stoker, the guy who wrote Dracula. I don't know if you can call The Kings a Stephen King reference. I mean, probably, because he made Salem's Lot, which is, you know, one of the most famous examples of pointy, like two pointy front teeth vampires, which is what we do in the game, which is what we fight in the game.
Stand by. I've got this.
Mm-hmm.
We never really figure out what the cult symbol means.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Like, we never find out why the aliens, like the parasites, use that as their symbol. Like, did they come up with that symbol? Did the cult come up with the symbol?
Some kind of effigy.
It's weird, right?
Possibly pagan.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing that doesn't really get tied up in the ending.
Yeah. So is, they talk about, yeah. If... I made, Jason trash all of the effigies.
I'm blowing up the helicopter.
Damn!
Yeah, Salim.
Oh my god, Rachel can shoot one of the shepherds. Wow. If you insult the vampires? I don't know if you already knew this, but I didn't. If Jason insults the vampires, the shepherd gets ticked off and tries to attack him with a knife, and Rachel kills him.
Huh.
Damn. So yeah, they are hardcore cultists. All right, so I'm not gonna shoot the shepherd, but see if you can shoot me in the back.
They're up on the
Okay.
ridge! Return fire! Go!
Okay. I'm gonna see if by using the white phosphorus here, like, if that changes anything. But yeah, this game it's magnificent. It is their best work. And honestly, like, I cannot wait to see what they do next if this is the level they're working on now.
Definitely. I don't know. I have such a deep love for Until Dawn that at this moment, I think it's still my favorite, but I think in time, House of Ashes may dethrone Until Dawn.
So it's one of these situations where Until Dawn is your favorite, but you think this is a better game than Until Dawn.
Yeah, this is way better as a game.
Yeah, but you just have so much emotion wrapped up with your love of Until Dawn and your experiences playing it that you still put that higher overall.
Yes, at this moment.
Makes sense. At this moment. There you go. Okay.
Oh?
Here we go.
Crap,
All
I
right.
just shot, what's his name? Joey?
No, Joey's already down. You just shot one of the other guys who never gets a name or face.
Good. I would have been sad if I shot Joey.
I know. No, you don't have to kill Joey.
Can't use phosphorus against people. Oh, come on, you rather us hold hands and sing Kumbaya around the
Oh,
fucking
Merwin's so
campfire?
much fun. Trying to burn people alive.
He's so terrible. I love him.
Although, I gotta say, like, it is bad tactics that they didn't, like, immediately pop smoke and lay down and create cover since they were being shot at from above. Oh! I just burned a bunch of people alive. Oh, that was not cool. That was not cool what I just did.
Well, I just told Dar that I'm not gonna die for him.
Nice! Yeah, Dar's a little bonkers sometimes.
He's John.
Yeah. We all remember how we felt about John, and this factors in. Sorry, Commando. Oof. Okay, Nick's dive roll to pick up Joey is one of my favorite things in the game. When he, like, rolls on top of him and picks him up as he's rolling. That's a badass move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's a pretty moderate amount of badassery, but
Yeah.
Salim, oh my god.
I know, no. I mean, Salim, again, I joke about I joke about his Jason's iconic hat, but there is only one instantly iconic thing in this game, and that is Salim, and the fact that he uses his iconic weapon is like the part of a tarp rack from the top of a truck.
I
That he
know,
like
it's
just tears it loose and uses it and spends the rest of the game killing vampires with it. It's amazing.
It's like the Americans all have like all these guns and stuff, and then Salim's just got a stick, and he's gonna kill all the monsters.
He's got a piece of a truck and he kills the most monsters of all of them with all of their weapons.
He's so
It's
good.
amazing. No, he's fantastic. And now I'm going to tell you the most preposterous thing in the game, which is, so you got Nick killed. If you don't get Nick killed where you did, he continues planting the bombs, right? See, I'm not going to shoot the drug dealer in the back. And now
I'm
it's
gonna
up to
shoot
you.
you.
You're going to shoot me. Oh well. Nope, not going to shoot him.
Aww.
Just run off.
They just make you watch him limp so sadly.
I know.
Ugh, it's lines like that I just hate.
I know, but you learn to love him.
Oh, here I am.
You better not miss.
Is he gonna give me the option?
Are you going to get the option to shoot me?
Yes, I do.
Alright, go for it.
Bam.
Oh, the earthquake
Oh my
started! Oh, and now I'm injured for the rest of the game. Ah, it gives him an injury. Because, you know, there's a bunch of places in the game where if you're injured, the blood will attract the monsters to you, and you have to do extra fights. And so that's how Jason can get injured. See? We just found out something new. Alright, so here's the thing I'm going to tell you. If you let Nick... if you let Nick survive, right? If you keep him... Oh, damn. Right into the mouth. If you help Nick survive, what happens is he gets surrounded by monsters and the vampire, and he's just like, screw it, sets off the flare. He says, blow me up. And so you you detonate this giant explosion that like engulfs the entire tower and everything around it, and then we cut back, and Nick's just fine. And there is no explanation for how Nick is fine. You're just like, oh, okay. It's the most ridiculous plot armor you've ever seen in your life. I love it. Oh.
Well, let's hope one of these days I can do a Stay Calm segment and be able to see
Actually
that.
see it. Oh, you can just watch my playthrough if you want. All right, so let's wrap it up here. We've been at this for an hour. Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Of course.
Yeah, and honestly, do you have any final thoughts you'd like to say about the game before we go?
Not really. I think I've said all I want to say. It's just this is an incredible game and everybody should buy it.
We have done a lot of
And-
spoiling. We have done a huge
Yes,
amount of
that's true.
spoiling. But at the same time, there's so much even we haven't seen in the game.
Jason,
Right?
I'm close, man.
That
Mhm.
it's going to be worth you playing it
Don't run
yourself.
too fast, buddy.
Yeah, it sounds like there's so many different paths you can take in this game, and I've only done one so far.
Yeah, it's really incredible, and I look forward to hearing about more of your adventures with it. Okay, so we're going to sign off now. Thanks, everybody, for watching. There's a playlist full of, if anything, way too much Dark Pictures content. A
Only the
surprisingly large amount. Like, for a channel that is not nominally a Supermassive Games fan channel, I have a weirdly large amount of Supermassive Games content here, is what I'll say. So be sure to check that out. Questions, suggestions, go in the comment section below the video. Buttons coming up for us. There's no button for Marissa, because she doesn't have anything to plug. Do you? Do you have something to plug?
Really, I don't do much.
Okay, there you go. She doesn't have anything to plug. So no buttons for her, but we'll see you back here for more. Until then, au revoir.